Of course, progress made since the promulgation of the Constitution, but still some grounds to cover.
Yes, thank you very much, Abdi. There is very big ground to cover. And for those who did not see the report, this is the gender inequality diagnostic for 2023. Now, this report looked at our past years and said, how have we fared as a country? And it has been up and down. There are times we have performed well, there are times we have gone down. 2019, we were actually coming up very well, but then we went down. The report looked at the area of the reasons why we have these inequalities, and especially focusing on socio-economic landscape of the country. And then realized there are drivers of this kind of phenomenon, because it has surprised all of us. And the drivers that we came across were quite many, but just to mention a few, one of the drivers is the labor market developments. And when we talk of those developments, we are talking of participation in employment, we are talking of the wage gap, we are talking of education attainment, and I can go on and on, because those come into play when it comes to the labor market development. Then there is the issue of access to health and education, if you wish, the social sector. Now, if I do not get access to education, I'm not likely to get employed. I'm not likely to get better wage, if I can put it that way. Now, if I am paying a lot of money for my health cover, then it means what I have for my own use becomes very little. The other area that we looked at was the issue of gender itself. Just because you are male or you are female, then you don't get into the labor market, or you have issues that make you not get to the labor market. So there were all those barriers. But then we went further and told ourselves, we can't be talking of problem. What is the cure of this problem? And we said, there are policies that are likely to help us. And I must say, the National Policy on Gender and Development 2019 is one of the key documents that guides how we deal with male and female in the country. And it is helping in all the sectors. Now, that means in every other sector, we do need a gender policy. And on that day, we actually launched a model gender policy, gender mainstreaming policy for the TVET sector. Now, it was talked about so much. Why TVET? We took TVET because that is the one giving the skills, practical skills at the lower level to our Form 4s, up to the village level. And we said there is no policy. So we came up with a model policy, and we have been promised that it will be cascaded to all the institutions in this country. We actually went further and said there is performance contracting, gender mainstreaming. That is a policy that the government has. You need to mainstream gender in every other aspect, particularly in the public sector. And we analyzed those indicators and came up with the status. And that is why we had winners. This is just a snapshot of what we had. And we came up with winners. And we were pleasantly surprised that those people we have trained on gender mainstreaming, like the Office of the President, to be precise, State House, was some of the excellent performers. We were also pleasantly surprised by our universities. 3 of our universities were winners, and I wish to congratulate them once more. That is Taita Taveta. We also had this SECU, that is Southeastern University, winning. We also had another university, I may not remember offhand all of them, but again, we also had smaller institutions, polytechnics winning. And I felt to myself, that is very encouraging. But also, we did not spare our colleagues constitutional commissions. And pleasantly, Teacher Service Commission performed very well, was excellent. So we are saying we are not there. But if we can get policies that direct us on how we go, legislation that directs us, then we shall be there. Thank you.
Irungo, I mean,